Well, hello everyone. My name is Mike Iannelli. I'm here with co-founder of 321 Coffee, Michael Evans, also with my partner Sarah Clark, our marketing team. We are here to talk through NDEAM, which is our hot seat. NDEAM is National Disability Awareness Month, Employee Awareness Month, and I wanted to talk to Michael just a little bit about because 321 Coffee is an organization that employs people with intellectual disabilities. But what you have done, my friend, has been pretty miraculous. So I want you to just, I know I just kind of introduced you, but give me a quick introduction. Tell me just quickly what you know, what's your relation with Ablr, and then we'll have a couple questions to ask you.
Yeah, totally. So, great description of 321. We're a coffee shop and roaster here in Raleigh that employs people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Today, we run about 5 shops, including a roasting facility that we do all of our production out of, employ a staff of over 50 people. So, it's been really cool growing the company since we started it our freshman year at NC State, about 7 years back now. And met Ablr along the way, just sort of in this journey on disability inclusion in the workplace, and have been connected with John and Mike, and we've done collaborative events together over the years, done a lot of work together, just in pursuit of similar missions.
Yeah, I love it. And, you know, one of the things what you do is incredible, by the way, and how you have built the fun into coffee. But also have created this cultural sort of phenomenon and shift in sort of this perception of hiring people. Um, Talk to me a little bit about like what does that feel like when you go home at night, you lay your head down and you're and it's not in a way of like, oh, you're doing so great, but like you really are doing great. You're really helping people and lives and families, and it's working and it's growing. So what does that feel like?
Yeah, I think it's beyond like anything that we ever imagined when we started the organization. I mean, again, like we started it as freshmen at NC State, and I think at that point, we were just hoping that we would even make an impact on the people that Lindsay, my co-founder, was immediately friends with. She had grown up super involved in the disability community and just wanted to provide opportunities for the people that she was friends with. Um, but seeing like the impact that it's had on people and just the amount of pride that our employees have in having a job and being able to talk about what they do and being able to contribute to a company and to the community, I think is the coolest part, is getting to see like the pride that everyone has in what we've built together, and the pride that people have in the product that they're getting to put together, and um, how that impacts, just like the normal person walking off the street, coming in for a cup of coffee, that we get to present them with a really cool, a really excellent product, and everyone gets to be a part of that.
And an excellent experience too, because you can't walk out of there without smiling and feeling good, man. It's just that you deliver on that note. How have you changed? What how have you changed? I mean, have you always been this sort of empathetic individual that sort of always wanted to drive change in the world?
Yeah, I think, certainly in particular, like with regard to Lindsay and I, like Lindsay was the person that came into 321 that had been super involved in this community prior to 321. Um, for me, I think like a lot of my want to be involved in this community came from 321. So it was just being present at the first couple of events that 321 was doing, and honestly making relationships at those events. So I fondly recall like meeting Sam at one of those events, and Sam has been on our team ever since the very first event that 321 had. Um, Sam and I had just an instant connection, and being able to like create that friendship with him ever since then has been really cool. In fact, Sam got married this last weekend, and
Yeah,
Lindsay and I.
tell folks real quick about Sam because we're going to be putting this. So just give us a little background there.
So Sam is, again, one of our employees, have been with us from the start. Sam has Down syndrome and is always just so larger than life. His attitude is just always so contagious, and so many great stories that we've had with Sam along the way. He has gotten involved with NC State football and ended up getting a job over with NC State football. Along the way at 321, he met his now wife, Sophie. They met together at 321 at the farmers market, and just got married this last weekend.
I
Probably
love
one
it.
of the cooler stories to come out of 321 Coffee recently.
Yeah, that's how I met Lindsay first at the farmer's market down there. And so I probably met Sam. Well, I had met Sam before, but probably met Sam and Sophie probably down there, just didn't recognize it at the time. So, hey,
Yes.
this is awesome, and I'm excited to have you on the podcast to talk deeper with this. But before I let you wrap, I know a little bit from Lindsay what your vision is, but I'd like to hear from your perspective outside of staffing. Where do you see inclusion happening within the organization as you continue to grow and add?
I mean, I think that we're always trying to figure out how, as the organization continues to grow, like we add the positions and think about even creating different types of roles within the organization. So I'd say like a lot of the roles that we have right now are super customer service centric, like they're in front of customers and whatnot. But as the organization grows and we're able to start doing more sales to grocery and sales in retail, and we have more jobs in a warehouse, it's looking at different versions of accessibility. So then it's how is our operations at the warehouse accessible, and how do we make working in a warehouse more accessible? And
I know a company
that
that could help you with that. I can't remember who that might be, but
yes, and I think that's been really cool. Like it's challenged us to think about as we grow, like the ways that we continue on this journey, and continue just to challenge the ways that people like standardly think about accessibility.
and God, I could talk to you all day, but give me like, we talk about staffing. Say I'm a small business or mid-sized business, and I'm looking at diversifying my staff and changing my mindset. Is there anything you might suggest to someone, a couple notes that you could provide to help individuals that are looking to diversify their talent with folks with disabilities? What would you say to them?
I think that we have a lot of conversations with companies around that. I'd say it seems like the largest misconception there is that making things more accessible and making accommodations are going to cost all this money that like you're never going to get back. I would actually say like as we make operations more accessible and more accommodating to our staff, we see like positive ramifications of that across the organization. So like the organization becomes more efficient for everyone, and I'd say generally say like those changes that we're making are making us a lot more efficient. I think that's like the biggest misconception that we see is that people think that
Accommodations
that
are
they just can't do
expensive.
that. Yeah, right. And I think that you have to get past that and see like really like what the benefit is there, and again, even beyond the person that needs the accommodations, what the benefit is, because a lot of those accommodations are beneficial to everyone at the company.
Well said, my friend. Hey, listen, I'm so grateful for this quick chat. I also want to say before I let you go, deepest condolences for Big Mike. And I was very sorry to hear that, but I know you guys are dealing with a lot of stuff over there, but it's really good to see you. As always, I appreciate your input. You all are doing some incredible stuff, my friend, and very proud of both you and Lindsay and the entire team at 321.